Welcome to the Dick Allan Show. I'm your host, Rick. I'm going to talk about the biggest surprises I've had in business. One is tax season. Every tax season, it was like Uncle Sam wanted like more money. It'd be like, hey, you owe another $15,000. I was like, man, give me some room to breathe. Some of that tax season, when it hits, you're like, man, I should have taken a little more time and set aside a little extra money, because tax season was always something that, if you're not prepared for it, can come and get you. Number two is external factors. There's always problems and issues. In the Crash and Burn series, I talked about 9/11 happening, kicked my trash at $2.4 million. I mean, that was like, I couldn't control 9/11. That was way out of my hands. I couldn't, control the financial market. I couldn't control that the investors would hide. I couldn't control that deals would fall apart. And a few months later, I was done. There's a lot more record keeping and paperwork than you could probably imagine. If you're great at that, that's definitely a big asset. But I'm very production oriented. How many widgets can I make? How many things can I do? And then at the end of the day, you come home, you're like, man, I got to record this or document this. And you could push it off until the weekend, but it doesn't go away. There's a lot of record keeping and things that, if you're a hands-on guy, those things get pushed to the side. Training people. There are some simple tasks that people just don't get. When I was doing foreclosures, half the job I did was taking pictures. Some people just cannot take pictures. And we're not talking professional pictures, just basic pictures. Some people just couldn't grasp the concept. We had to break into a lot of houses. Some guys just couldn't pick locks, Even the guys that were gangster thugs in their past, they couldn't break into a house legitimately. I've broken into over 5,000 homes, and I could do it with the picks that, granted their foreclosures were there to lock them up and take pictures for the banks. This doesn't mean you're dumb or they're dumb or whatever. We all just have different talents and skills, and some simple sets don't click, and sometimes I don't have time to wait the 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months for it to click. I need natural talents or attributes. If it's not a match for you, hey, I'm sorry, but it's just not a match. So another thing is, if I'm looking for a specialized skill, there are people that are willing to attempt it, but they're not necessarily qualified for it. I guess what I'm getting at is, I've been overpromised and under-delivered on several things. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, there are certain skills or things out there that people can promise, but they just can't deliver. Another thing, you're still kissing butt. As a businessman or owner, you have to please somebody. You got a client to please. You can still kind of be arrogant and be yourself, but at the same time, you just can't go around making your workers mad. You can't go around making the customers mad. You still kiss butt. So when I joined the military, a lot of guys are like, how do you do it, man? You were self-employed, and now you're in the military as a grunt. How does it feel to work for this 20-year-old? I'm like, it doesn't bother me. If I was doing a job for some millionaire or some millionaire's kid that was 20 years old, I still had to provide a product. I don't have to necessarily agree with everything he says, but I still have to do that. And I'm like, as long as he's not being dumb, yeah, I'll follow him. I'll do whatever, because that wasn't the issue. The whole thing is working with people and having control of it. So if you're working with someone that's not competent, that's where the issue is, I think, with most entrepreneurs. And if you're working with someone that is competent, you can fall in line and find your place. At the same time, being self-employed, you can be more yourself. So whatever's weird about you, or whatever you love, if you love kryptonite, and you're that nerd guy, people accept that. You provide that thing, they'll laugh with you, at you, whatever, but if you're providing a good product, we didn't care. I've worked with, so I call them weirdos, but they're eccentric, they're whatever, and you probably watch this video thinking, man, why are you talking about yourself? Because we're all weird, we're all strange, and if you're normal, then probably don't have anything special to offer. We need weirdos out there to provide certain specialties in certain industry fields. And I've met some crazy guys, some very interesting people, but they were great at what they did, and you used them because they were the best. There were times I probably would have preferred to work with a normal person because I was like, man, the guy's just so strange. What a crazy duck. They provided a great product and service, so you're just like, gotta use them. So if you've been in business, you know what I'm talking about. The last thing I want to talk about that surprised me in business is very sales driven. Everything you do is sales. And most of you that hate sales, hate to break it to you, you're in sales. You know, you wake up in the morning, you brush your hair to look good, you're selling yourself. Everything you do is sales, how you present yourself to the world. The reason you network is sales. That's why people go to the golf course together and have fun. And while they're in there, they sneak in their sales pitch, you know, while they're having fun, or they're buddies, they trust each other, and it just naturally flows. So they pick fun as a way to exploit that. So everything we do is sales, you know. It's the reason we brush our teeth and wear deodorant. You're already doing it, but the sales force is always an underestimated aspect in entrepreneurship. Anyway, I'm gonna sign out. I'm sure you heard enough of me talking. So get back to doing what you do best. Bye.